Welcome to another episode of Shit Talkin' and Speculatin', where I come out from underneath my desk to talk about a topic I'm not an expert on, but am interested in, the Elizabeth Holmes trial. This is the Great Lakes Christmas Ale, and this is the Of Course It's Fresh hoodie from Chelsea. So here's what's been going on in the most tedious trial ever. The defense is trying to blame investors for not doing their due diligence on the claims that Elizabeth made. And the investors are saying, we're not the ones on trial. Whether we verified her claims or not, she still made false claims. So the way capital investment works is you can go to a VC, or you can go to a specialist, or you can go for family funds. And she was going specifically for family funds, and specifically families who did not have a science or medical background. So she got this lawyer, David Mosley, invested first, and he represents people like the Waltons, the Cox family, the DeVos family. And he invested, and so did all of his friends. So off this one guy, she got a huge chunk of change. And the most clever part is they didn't even use science to get them involved. They used sales tactics. They essentially were like, oh, well, you don't want to miss out. You want to be like all the rest of the cool kids, which, gotta have respect. Game should know game. And these families are so rich, they really didn't ask any questions. They were just excited to be in on this new venture that was very proprietary. Well, no one except for the Houston investor, Alan Eisman, who was asking questions, and Elizabeth wasn't returning his calls, and then finally she said, I'll give you 5 times what you gave me just to go away. We heard from the 2 lab directors, one of which had been to the office only 2 times, and the other one who was unaware somehow that they weren't using the Theranos devices to test the blood. But the most damning piece of evidence are the 2 forged documents that gave credibility to the Theranos technology. She admits that Theranos wrote a report and then put Pfizer's logo on it. I still can't believe that. So Theranos wrote a report saying this is the best technology in the whole world, put Pfizer's logo on every single page, and sent it out to investors. Pfizer did not say those things, nor did they authorize use of their logo. And there was another document that was pretty much the same where they had put another company's logo on their report. Now, to happen once, you might get away with it. To happen twice, now we're showing a pattern. A pattern of defrauding investors on purpose. Maybe, right? That's what I would be thinking. And that's what she's on trial for. Intentionally defrauding her investors. Not just that she had some rosy outlook on how things were going to go and they just didn't have enough time to get there. She intentionally made choices that misled investors, and they made decisions based on falsified documents. There were also scientific experts that testified saying they would bring her evidence and she would say no and send them back articles she had self-researched. Like one time, one of the blood tests came back and there was a protein in it that only men have, and it was a female donor. And so when they said the blood test is really flawed, it's not even getting gender markers, she sent him back articles of one time that somebody with breast cancer had a blood test work out this same way. So surprisingly, prosecution says they're going to rest next week. That is because the holidays are coming up and they don't want to drag it out. Still a chance that Holmes might testify.